Where hast thou been, sister? Killing swine. Sister, where thou? A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap, and munched, and munched, and munched. Give me, quoth I. Aroint thee, witch, the rump-fed Runyon cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master of the tiger. But in a sieve all thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do. I'll give thee a wind, thou art kind, and I another. Look what I have. Show me, show me. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land, thus do go, about, thrice to thine, and thrice to mine, and thrice again to make of nine peace. The charms wound up. What had he done that made him fly the land? You must have patience, madam. He had none. His flight was madness. When our actions do not, our fears do make us traitors. You know not whether it was his wisdom or his fear. Wisdom. To leave his wife. To leave his babes. His mansion and his titles in a place from whence himself does fly. He loves us not. For the poor wren, the most diminutive of birds, will fight her young ones in her nest against the owl. All is the fear and nothing is the love. As little is the wisdom, where the flight so runs against all reason. My dearest cousin, I pray you school yourself. But for your husband, he is noble, wise, judicious, and best knows the fits of the seasons. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors and do not know ourselves. When we hold rumor from what we fear, yet know not what we fear, and float upon a wild and violent sea, each way and none. I take my leave of you. Shall not be long, but I'll be here again. Things of the worst will cease, or else climb upward to what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you. Fathered he is, and yet he's fatherless. I am so much a fool. Should I stay longer, it would be my disgrace and your discomfort. I take my leave at once. Sirrah, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live? As birds do, mother. What, with worms and flies? With what I get, I mean, and so do they. Poor bird, thou wouldst never fear the net nor lime, the pitfall nor the gin. Why should I, mother? Poor birds they are not set for. My father is not dead, for all your saying. Yes, he is dead. How wilt thou do for a father? Nay, how will you do for a husband? Why, I get my meat fancy in any market. Then you buy him to sell again. Thou speakest with all thy wit, and yet, i' faith, with wit enough for thee. Was my father a traitor, mother? Ay, that he was. What is a traitor? Why, one that swears and lies. And be all traitors that do so? Every one that does so is a traitor and must be hanged. And must they all be hanged that swear and lie? Every one. Who must hang them? Why, the honest men. Then the liars and swearers are fools, for there are liars and swearers enough to beat the honest men and hang up them. Now God help thee, poor monkey. But how wilt thou do for a father? If he were dead, you'd weep for him. If he were not, it were a good sign that it would quickly have a new father. Poor prattler, how thou talkest. Bless you, fair dame. I am not too known, though in your state of honor, I am perfect. I doubt some danger does approach you nearly. If you will take a homely man's advice, be not found here. Hence, with your little ones, to fright you thus, methinks I am too savage. To do worse to you were foul cruelty, which is too nigh your person. Heaven preserve you, I dare abide no longer. Whither should I fly? I have done no harm. But I remember now I am in this earthly world, where to do harm is often laudable, to do good sometime counted dangerous folly. Why then, alas, do I put up that womanly defense, to say, I have done no harm? What are these stasis? Where is your husband? I hope in no place so unsanctified, or such as thou mayst find him. He's a traitor! Thou liest, thou stag-haired villain! What, you egg? Thou try of treachery! He has killed me, mother! Run away, I pray you! Murder! They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned in desire to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. Whilst I was wrapped in the wonder of it, came misses from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time, with hail, king that shall be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightst not lose the news of rejoicing, by being ignorant of what greatness is promised thee. Lay it to thy heart, and farewell. Glamis thou art, and Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised. Yet do I fear thy nature. It is too full of milk of human kindness, to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily. Wouldst not play false, and yet would strongly win. Thou wouldst have, great Glamis, that which cries, thus thou must do, if thou have it. and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishes should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate and a metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. What is your tidings? The king comes here tonight. Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him? Who, were it so, would have informed preparation? So please you, it is true. Her Thane is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make of his message. Give him tending. He brings great news. The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of divers cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, the no compunctious visitings of nature. Shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark, to cry, hold, hold. Thrice the brinded cat hath mewed, thrice and once the hedge pig whined. Harpier cries, 'tis time, 'tis time. Round about the cauldron go, in the poisoned entrails throw. Toad, that under cold stone days and nights has 31, sweltered venom, sleeping got, boil thou first in the charmed pot. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Fillet of a fenny snake, in the cauldron boil and bake. Eye of newt and toe of frog, full of bat and tongue of dog. Adder's fork and blind worm's sting, lizard's leg, and owlet's wing. For a charm of powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. How now? What news? He has almost supped. Why have you left the chamber? Hath he asked for me? Know you not he has? We will proceed no farther in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have bought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which will be worn out in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon. Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since? And wakes it now to look so green and pale, and what it did so freely? From this time, such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor, as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage, prithee peace. I dare do all and become a man, who dares do more is none. What beast was it then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And, to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. They have made themselves, and that, their fitness, now does unmake you. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from her boneless gums, and dashed the brains out, and I so swore as you have done to this. If we should fail, we fail? But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, whereto the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him? His two chamberlains ride with wine and with sail, so convince that memory, the warder of the brain, shall be a fume, and the receipt of reason a limbeck only, when in swinish sleep their drenched natures lies, as in a death. What cannot unite form upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon his spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell? Bring forth men children only, for thy undaunted metal should compose nothing but males. Will it not be received, when we have marked with blood those sleepy tombs of chamber, and used their very daggers, that they have done it? Who dares us even other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death? I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away, and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the heart doth know. Yet, here's a spot. Out, damned spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then 'tis time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie, a soldier and a feared. What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands now be clean? No more that, my lord, no more that. You mar all but this starting. Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh. Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out's grave. To bed, to bed. There's knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed. Yet here's a spot. Out, down spot. Out, I say. 1, 2. Why then it is time to do it. Hell is murky. Fie, my lord, fie. A soldier and afeard? What need we fear who knows it, when none can call our power to account? Yet who would have thought the old man to have so much blood in him? The Thane of Fife had a wife. Where is she now? What, will these hands never be clean? No more of that, my lord, no more of that. You mar all with this starving. Here's the smell of the blood still. All the perfumes of Arabia will not sweeten this little hand. Oh, oh, oh. Wash your hands. Put on your nightgown. Look not so pale. I tell you yet again, Banquo's buried. He cannot come out on's grave. To bed, there's knocking at the gate. Come, 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 come. Give me your hand. What's done cannot be undone. To bed, to bed, to bed. I have 2 nights watched with you, but can perceive no truth in your report. When was it she last walked? A great perturbation in nature, to receive at once the benefit of sleep, and do the effect of watching. This slumbery agitation, besides her walking and other actual performances, what at any time have you heard her say? You may to me, and 'tis most meet you should. How came she by that light? Did you see her eyes are open? What is it she does now? Look how she rubs her hands. Hark, she speaks. I will sit down what comes from her, to satisfy my remembrance the more strongly. Do you mark that? Oh, go to. You have known that you should not. What a sigh is there. The heart is sorely charged. Well. This disease is beyond my practice, yet I have known those which have walked in their sleep, who have died holily in their beds. Even so, will she go now to bed? Foul whisperings are abroad. Unnatural deeds do breed unnatural troubles. Infected minds to their deaf pillows will discharge their secrets. Warn each ye the divine and the physician. God, forgive us all. Look after her, remove from her the means of all annoyance, but still keep eyes upon her. So, good night. My mind she has made it and amazed my sight. I think, but dare not speak. When will we 3 meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won, that will be ere the set of sun. Where the place? Upon the heath, there to meet with Macbeth. Go bid thy mistress, my drink is ready, she strike upon the bell, get thee to bed. Is this a dagger which I see before me? The handle toward my hand? Come, let me clutch thee. I have thee not, and yet I see thee still. Art thou not, fatal vision, sensible to feeling as to sight? Or art thou but a dagger of the mind, a false creation, proceeding from the heat-oppressed brain? I see thee yet, in form as palpable as this which now I draw. Thou marshallest me the way that I was going, and such an instrument I was to use. Mine eyes are made the fools of the other senses, or else worth all the rest. I see thee yet, and on thy blade and dungeon, gouge of blood, which was not so before. There's no such thing. It is the bloody business which informs thus to mine eyes. Now, we're the one half world. Nature seems dead, and wicked dreams abuse the curtained sleep. Witchcraft celebrates pale Hecate's offerings, and withered murder, alarmed by his sentinel, the wolf, whose howls his watch, thus with his stealthy pace, with Tarquin's ravishing strides, towards his design, moves like a ghost. Of sure and firm set earth, hear not my steps, which way they walk, for fear thy very stones prate of my whereabout, and take the present horror from the time, which now suits with it. Whilst I threat he lives, words the heat of deeds too cold breath gives. I go, and it is done, the bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell. The queen, my lord, is dead. She should have died hereafter. There would have been a time for such a word. Tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow creeps in this petty pace from day to day, to the last syllable of recorded time. And all our yesterdays have lighted fools the way to dusty death. Out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury.